how it goes here. All right, so first things first, if you have, how many of you have the practice for 94 with you?
Me.
Make sure you have a red pen. Okay, so I'm going to give you the answers for it. And some of you already have it here, so I'll just leave that for you. But the answers for the practice for lesson 94. All right. Hi, hi, Angelica. Good to see you.
Hi.
Okay, we got you there. And then we have 8 people. That's not bad. 1.5. All right. So we're doing math first, Angelica.
What do you mean?
And if you have the practice, I may have your practice. Let me see here. I had them.
Yes.
Let's see. No, I don't have your practice, Angelica, but I have some others. And we'll see how it goes here. All right. So lesson 94 then. And we'll look at the practice. Let's go ahead and pray before we get started this morning. Father, we're thankful for the time that we have to have school again. We thank you for your protection on each of our families so far, Lord, and just thank you for making it so that we can have an opportunity to teach and to have classes and to be able to see each other again. Just ask that you'd bless our time now in Jesus' name. Amen. All right, so here are the answers for lesson 94, letter A. All right, the letter A is angle M-O-N or N-O-M, either way. So an angle, remember that angle sign? It looks a little bit like an L. I'll show you up here. It's going to be sort of like that, and then it's M-O-N, or you can switch the letters as long as the O is in the middle. Remember, that has to be the case. The O has to be in the middle. All right, for letter B, it's angle L-O-M, L-O-M, or M-O-L, either way. And then again, letter C, angle L-O-N. So angle L-O-N or N-O-L. All right, and then for letter D, it's either angle Y, which you can just put angle Y because that's the only thing going through that point. And then letter E is angle Z. Now on D or E, you can have ZYX or XYZ for D. And then you can also have WZY or YZW for letter E. And so either one of those. Any questions on that? Okay. Any check marks? Anybody got? David, you got one? Okay. Anybody else? Elizabeth, did you get one?
I don't know if I got one.
Oh, okay. That's all right. We can check your. I have yours, Dalian. I'll check yours later, and I'll let you guys know. Let me put up David's right now. What's that? Oh, hi, Elijah. Hey, Elijah, we're doing math, so if you have your math book, go ahead and get it out.
Do you have my lesson 94?
Lesson 94. I don't know if I have yours, Nathan. Let me see. Who I do have, I have Yuri, Sophia, Alina, Daliana, Nazar, and Tejas. Those are the 6 that I have here. So do you not have it, Nathan?
No, I don't think I turned it in when we were when we were at school.
Oh, we brought it
Yeah, I don't think so because it would have been turned in.
Yeah, I brought it on Friday.
Where'd you put it?
Um,
It's not in the math practice. I can tell you that. Hold on. Yeah, it's not in math practice, so sorry to tell you, I don't have it. Okay. So let me put up David's real quick. He's on purple. I'll look through again to see if I see it, Nathan, but if I don't let you know that I do have it, I'll text later if I find it. If I don't let you know that I do have it, then you can just assume that I don't have it. Maybe you put it somewhere else. Let me know if you can think of where you might have put it, and that would be fine.
No.
All right, so we got 9 people out of 14. That's not bad. So everybody, hey, Elijah, did you do lesson 94 practice? Do you know?
I think so.
Okay. If you have it, if you want to tell me your answers, I can give them to you really quickly.
Okay.
But I tell you what, look for it afterward, and we'll just go ahead and do lesson 94, the answers for lesson 94, okay? So everybody should have, if you don't have lesson 94, then you'll have to just sit through this, and then when I teach lesson 95, you can listen for that part.
Okay.
Right? All right, so here we go. So for lesson 94, for those of you that have that, get your red pens ready. And for number 1, you should have 2 parts. The first part is a circle that has 1/3 filled in. The second part, the answer is 33 1/3%. So if you don't have both parts right, half off. Number 2, $806, 806. Number 3, 1,000 grams. Number 4, 350,000, 350,000. Number 5 is D. 6, it should be in this order: 0.01, 0.1, 1.0, and 1.01. The number 7, A is 4, and B is 2/3. Number 8, A is 20, B is 60. Number 9 is 3/3. By the way, when it asks you to do those little boxes, it has like an empty box. You're supposed to what number you're supposed to multiply by to get to the other fraction. This one says 1/2 times and then a box. Then it says 3/6 is the answer, and so you're supposed to leave it as 3/3 because you don't need to make that a 1 again because it's automatically. We know that you're just using that to try to get that fraction to look different. But anyway, number 10 is 2/3. 11, there are 2 answers. One is a mixed number, that's 1 3/10, and the decimal number is 1.3. Number 12, the answer is 114,700, 114,700.
They're grading something.
114,700. Okay.
Yes.
Did somebody else
I'm
just
supposed
join?
to be grading something. I don't know what I'm supposed to be grading.
Yeah, now there are 10
I
people.
have nothing to grade.
Is that
I'm
Mr.
nothing to grade.
Pastoniak?
Yeah.
Hi, Nazar. A little late this morning, aren't we? Did
Yeah.
you get a note in the office?
No.
Being late. I'm just joking. Obviously. So Nazar, I have your practice for 90. We're doing the answers for 94. So you may have to go back later on and look at the recording when I put it up on YouTube, and then you can find out what the answers for the first ones were. We're on number 13 though, if you want to go there. Number 13 is $9.41.
I don't have the paper.
That's okay. If you don't have it, that means you probably didn't do it then. Or you just find it later, and then you can go through and check, and then text me and let me know what the answers are. What your score was. On number 14, it's 22 with a remainder of 12. On 15, it's $3.03. Any questions on any of those? Everybody good?
Can I get number 2?
Yeah, number 2, the answer was $806, 806 with the dollar sign. All right, so moving on. Number 6. Oh, yes, Angelica. Go ahead.
For number 15, what was the answer?
$3.40. Good.
Also, can I get number 4?
Number 4 was 350,000. 350,000 is what it was. Okay. All right, now number 16. Number 16 is 68 cents. Number 17 is 6 2/3. Number 18 is 15/16. Number number 19 is a cone. Number 20, the answer is B. 21 is C. 22 is $4.88. And 23 is $1.94. All right. So, any questions on that backside? You got 2 free ones on that one, 24 and 25. You didn't have a 24, 25. So, any questions on that? You have one, Elizabeth, or no? Do you have a question? No. I can see you all pretty well. Can you guys see me pretty well?
Yeah.
Yes.
Good. Okay. Can you guys see each other too?
Yeah.
Okay. So no making faces when I'm turning around toward the board. I seen Nazar switched his to his books. He showed me he had his books.
Yeah, I accidentally switched it.
So anybody that just came into the chat room, did you guys already look at any of the videos? Anybody look at any of the videos yet on the YouTube channel?
Yes, I did.
Okay, good. All right, so some of you did good. All right, well, hopefully this will be a help to you. I'm going to try to make this as fun as possible, as much as school is already fun for you, but maybe even a little bit more for you. All right, so let me get grades from you then. All right, so let's see. All right, so let's go ahead and start with Elizabeth. What did you get? Just say how many you missed, because it's going to be out of 25 still, even though you only had 23 problems. So
19 out of 25.
19, okay. And Alina? Oh, she's not here. That's right. Yuri's not here either right now. Daliana?
I don't have mine right now.
Okay, that's fine. Nathan?
I didn't have mine.
You don't have yours either? Okay.
No.
Let's see. Tejas? Not there. I don't see him. Sophia?
I don't have mine. You have it.
No, actually, I gave him back with your papers. You may not have gone through your papers yet. So you might want to check your papers, because I put them back with the papers I returned to you. So it may be mixed in with those. So all you have to do is look at the video later and check them. So let's see. Angelica?
I forgot how to grade it.
You forgot how to grade it. What made you miss?
Yeah. I missed 7.5.
Okay, so from 25, so that's going to be 17.5. So you can put that, and that's a correction. And then Nazar?
I didn't have mine.
Okay. Elijah? Oh, you still got to finish it later, right?
I did all my homework. I have the paper from last time we had school, and I finished everything.
Well, it would have been returned to you in those papers, like I just said. I put all the papers that people had turned in for math, I put them into on your papers that you guys got back. So it probably got mixed in with the some of those things. So just check in there. Not right now, just check later. It's not as important right now. Shalak, did you have a grade on yours?
No.
Okay, and then Ella is not there. And David, what about you?
Nope.
Okay. All right, so let's look at the next lesson then. All right, so lesson 95, and that should be about converting units of liquid measure. So you have two units of liquid measure that they're trying to get you to convert with. Let me get a black marker here. I don't have one on this side. All right, so can everybody see the board okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Who said no? Somebody didn't know?
Sophia.
Sophia, is it because it's too small because your
You're in
phone?
like a little circle.
Yeah, it's
I'm in
small.
circle. Oh, okay. So you might want to just go ahead and click on me on where my circle is. In fact, why don't the rest of you, while I'm doing this, just turn your camera off for a moment if you can figure out how to do that. I'm trying to. Yeah, if you scroll across, you turn your camera off. Oh no, then you won't be able to see. Might not be able to see me. I'm not sure. If it's hard for you to see it, then you might want to do that and try. I'll see if I can. I don't know if I can move it any closer. I don't know if I want to. I'll try to write large numbers. How's that? Okay. So if you can't see me, then you definitely need to leave your camera on. If you turn it off and you can't see me, there's no sense at all. That's fine. Just do your best here, and then you can always go back to the recording if you don't understand. But as you're looking at your book, you see on page number 360, and you see that there's an equivalence table for units of liquid measure. And so you have two different types of measurements, and one of them is English measurements, which we use in the United States, and I think Great Britain uses the same thing. And you have the 16 ounces equals 1 pint, 2 pints equals 1 quart, and 4 quarts equals 1 gallon. Now, I'm going to draw a picture for you of something. You guys may have seen this before. The letter G. Okay, and the letter G stands for, does anybody know?
Gallons.
Gallon. Very good. Okay. So in a gallon, there are 4 sort of eyeballs there. All right. So let's see. Okay. Let's see. There's Nazar. Oh, you just went back. Go back here.
Okay, there we go.
What'd you do? Call me separately, Nazar?
No.
All right. For some reason, you took over from everybody else.
Oh.
I don't know what happened. Hold on. Let me close that out real quick. Let's see what's going on. Suddenly, I lost everybody. And Nazar was up there twice. Hold on. Let me see. All right. All right, so there we go.
Yeah.
So now I've got everybody back, it looks like. Okay, so
I'm right here.
everybody there? All right, looks like I have pretty much everybody. All right, so anyway, so as far as
Hey, this is my son.
2 eyeballs for the gallon,
Yeah.
4 quarts. This guy has some pimples on his face as well. But there are 4 quarts in a gallon. That's the whole idea. And within that, you have, for a quart, you have 2 pints. And a quart, there's 2 letter P's in there. Try to make the opening of the P large, because within those letter P's, you're going to put as well 2 letter C's in there. And what this will do is it'll allow you to remember what's in, in the comparison between them, what's going to be inside of them. It might have been better if I used different colors on that. But so in each gallon, there are 4 quarts. So you can see the 4 quarts that are in this gallon. All right. Within each quart, there are 2 pints, and within each pint, there are 2 cups. And if you look on your list, that's exactly the way it has it in there. Now, a pint is equal to 16 ounces. Now, using that measurement, then, what you should be able to see is how many ounces are in a total gallon. What would you have to take the 16 ounces and multiply by? If each pint is 16 ounces, we'd have to multiply by what to find out what the total is in a gallon?
Mr.
Anybody?
Rhodes,
Yeah, who's talking?
Schlock, and I can't see you.
Did you turn your camera back on?
I'm pressing it, it's not turning back on.
Okay. I'm not sure why it's not.
So it seemed, Mr. Jones, this is Mrs. Gallagher. It seemed like without doing anything at all, the Skype camera would just turn people's cameras on and off. Like
I wonder
you
if it has a
disappeared, someone else came on, then they disappeared, and then you came back on. It was just like.
Yeah, and everything was all fine until I told everybody to try turning your cameras off. But it's probably been easier just to not say anything at all. Yeah, I see Nathan and Schlock are the only ones I can't see. I can see everybody else. So let's see. Let me see if I can. No, that's not working. Okay. I'm trying some different buttons here to see what happened. Good news, it is still recording. So.
Oh, you turned the camera around somehow.
Names.
Oh. How did you do that?
What happened?
Nathan's camera turned around. It's facing the wall now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see it now.
Yeah,
Nice
I don't know what happened.
Good texturing on the wall. Go down to where it says, I think it says more on the bottom right, and I think it has audio and video settings. Maybe that's where it is for you.
There's no. Oh, now you.
Oh, now I see you. Now I see you. Okay. I still don't see Schlock though. Oh, now I see Schlock. Okay.
I can't see
All right.
you.
So now I see pretty much everybody. It looks like. Yeah. All right. Got you all. Okay.
Mr. Rhodes, I still can't see you.
I can see you though.
I can't see you.
And I
don't
can't
know
see you,
what to tell
Schlock.
bud.
No one wants to see Schlock, okay? Calm down. Exactly.
Well, we can say the same for others as well. But so can you see me now, Schlock, or no?
No.
You go to your video settings and see if it's on.
Where is it? It won't see me. Oh.
It might under more. It might say audio and video settings.
Wait, where do I go?
Oh, there you are. It came back. Okay. Woo. You're back.
Wow, Elijah, you start looking like your mom more and more. Every once in a while, I see her picture. All right. So, David, how about you? Are you? Well, Schlock, you might have to go back and just watch a video of it later on just to see the lesson, but if you can't figure it out. All right, so we'll go back to the finished lesson here. So if you have pints equal to 16 ounces, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pints in a gallon, then what you're going to do is you're going to take your 16 and multiply it by 8, and that gives you 48, 4, and then you got 158 ounces in a gallon. Okay. And so in a quart, of course, it would just be 2 times 16 would be 32 in a quart. And so that's the kind of thing that you're going to be doing, is taking the original information. You're going to find out how many ounces or how many quarts. If it's this many quarts, how many pints, or cups, whatever it is. And if you use this graph, if you make your own card, it'll help you instead of having to go back and try to remember it. Or if you want to use this, what's in your book on that graph right there, or the graph, what is it? The chart right there. You want to write your own card, that's fine. This helps because then you can see everything all at once, especially if you put the pint equals 16 ounces. So if a pint equals 16 ounces, who can tell me how much a cup equals in ounces? Pint, 16 ounces, how much is a cup?
8.
Who said that?
Nathan.
Yeah, it is correct. It is 8 ounces then. And so, because there are 2 cups in a pint, so that means 1 cup is half of what a pint is equal to. A pint, 16 ounces, so half of 16 is 8. And so that's the idea there. All right. Still trying to work on it, huh, Schlock?
No, I can see you now.
Oh, you can see me now. Okay, good. All right. So, Nathan, I see the wall again. I don't know why, but I see the wall. Doesn't matter. All right.
Wow.
So now, if you look at the practice, the example 1, it says 1 quart of juice is how many ounces of juice. And so you see in a quart, we know that the measurement for a quart is 2 pints, and each pint is 16 ounces. So how much would a quart? And back, you guys get your whiteboards out, and then you can write the answer, what you think, without looking at the answer in the book, but write your answer and see what you think. There goes Schlock crawling away.
Which lesson is it?
This is lesson 95. What do you mean, which lesson?
I just
Okay.
got home, so.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. You were driving at the time. Okay, so lesson 95, and then example 1, which asks you 1 quart of juice is how many ounces. If 1 quart is an ounce, or 1 quart has 2 pints in it, each pint is 16 ounces. Write on your whiteboard what the total is for ounces in a quart. Okay, good, David. I got yours. Okay, good. Whoever that is, I can't see your face now. Who is that? Now I can't see a whole bunch of people. All right, let's see. All right, so I got, yep, good. So whoever, Nazar, it's not 24, because how many are in ounces in a pint?
16.
16. So
24.
if there's 16, then that means there are 2 pints. 16 times 2 is what?
24.
16 times 2, you want to try that again?
Oh, 16 times
I
2.
don't know how to fix it. I haven't done anything to
Okay, you got it, Elijah, and whoever's on my left, which I can't see.
Where's the whiteboard?
Pull your board down below your face.
Where did you put it?
Oh, Elizabeth, I got yours. Okay, you're good, Elizabeth.
Where did
Now you got it,
put
Nazar.
your
Good job.
You checked out
Okay. And Nathan, I still only see the wall. I don't know why.
Yeah. I still can't figure how to, like, turn the. Unless I have
guess
to
you could.
turn.
And then you can't see me, so that doesn't really do much good, does it? All right, good, Angelica. That's a good idea. Angelica came up with a great idea. Put your name with what you write down. That way I know who it is for sure. Because when you put the board in front of my face, in front of the camera, then I can't see your face anymore. I don't remember where everybody is. All right, so whoever that is, don't put it too close though, because then I can't see the name part unless you put the name right. Okay, Sophia, you're good. All right, so All right, so that should be good as far as that one. All right, so now it asks you that.
My answer.
All right, so the next example asks you half a gallon of milk is the same as how many quarts? And so we know that this is a whole gallon. You got 4 quarts in there. Half of it, of course, is going to be only how many, everybody? Just say it. 2 quarts. Very good. All right, so 2 quarts for that one. All right. So, are you ready for a practice one to see who can earn, we'll just say bragging rights right now. But of course you would be getting the candy if you were able to be one of the first ones. But remember to put your name on your board right now, and then you're going to write right next to where your name is, right under it, you're going to write the answer to the one that I'm getting ready to give you. All right, so go ahead and cover your face with or close your eyes or whatever it is. I could cover the camera and then you can't see me anymore, right? But we'll see here.
Mom?
All right, go ahead and look. If you can see it, go ahead and look. It says how many ounces are in 5 cups? How many ounces are in 5 cups?
Mr. Jones,
Yes.
I can't see it.
You can't see the board?
No one can.
Okay, it says how many ounces are in 5 cups? I guess I should have left
Hey,
that
Jones,
picture
do you
up there
see me?
before.
Or
Go back. Let me
you
see.
Because
That would be incorrect, Elijah. Nazar, you were right.
Jones, do you see me? Or
Okay, Daliana, you are incorrect.
Don't worry about it.
Angelica, you're correct. Good job. Sophia, you're correct. Good job. And David, you are correct. Good job. You got the label, but that's okay. You understood. Elijah, you got it now. Good job. Elizabeth, you got it. Good job. Somebody's trying to call me. I can't have them calling me now.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Facing the wall again.
Oh boy, it stopped recording. Why did it stop recording? Okay. And then, so who else haven't I answered yet?
me?
Schlock, have you shown me yours already? Nathan, let me see. Pull it over a little bit to your
Can't
left.
find my whiteboard.
Okay, Nathan, you're good. Can't find your whiteboard.
Yeah.
You got it, okay? Lost it already?
No, I don't know where it is.
You need a locker at home. And you know where it is. That's all right. You can find it afterward. What do you think the answer is?
Well, 40
What do
maybe?
you think? Huh?
Huh.
So each cup is how many ounces?
I wasn't paying attention.
Ah, wow. I see. It doesn't matter whether you're at school or at home. You need to pay closer attention. Your mom's going to slap you upside the head. All right. So, it is 5 ounces in a cup. So there are 8 ounces in a cup, and 5 cups is 8 times 5, which is 40 ounces altogether. All right. So that is your assignment. Now tomorrow for math, you have a test. So we won't be covering math tomorrow or covering the answers at all. So you'll do that test on your own with somebody watching you, of course. And but does anybody have any questions about any of the things of types of problems that you are not familiar with or you're having difficulty with before we go to language? Yes, no? Okay. Doesn't look like anybody has anything. All right. So now I need you to get out your language book. All right. Let me answer this phone so that I can get. Mrs. Tejas' mom is calling, so. Hi, yes. I'm doing well. We're in the middle of the class right now, though. So if you wanted to connect, I sent a text the other day that had the Skype information. You have to sign into Skype. If you don't have an account, you have to make one. And then, well, I sent you the link to get to me. it just use that link in there, and that should be able to get you to me. My username is rjonescvbs. rjones, RJONES, and then space, and then CVBS, like Cascade Vista Baptist School. All right, so we're going to language here. All right, so our last language, what was it? I'm sure everybody did their language already, right?
Yes.
Well, that's one person. Okay.
Yes. I have no idea what the pages is. Dave's
Same.
no one asked.
I got a ton. Okay, I got Schlock on there. All right, some people are trying to connect.
Oh, Mr. Jones, I found the pages.
Oh, you found them? Good. What did you have done?
140 to 142.
That sounds right because I have it marked for 143 next. So yeah, and that would be correct. That's 140 to 142. We did. I'm trying to think. We did some of this together. It's been so long now. I've forgotten.
I remember.
Well,
we
let's
did
just. I'm just going to go ahead and go through the answers, and then you guys can just check them for yourself. Let me finish. Some of these people have asked.
What pages is it? Are they?
It was 140
What's
to
that?
142.
Yeah,
Oh,
140 to
141.
142.
Mr. Jones?
There's nothing on 141.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes,
okay.
Daliana, it was you, right?
Yeah. Was Think A and Remember D for a grade?
I honestly
Oh, yeah.
cannot remember now. After
I have
everything
it.
that happened.
Yeah, I have
have
it
it
for points.
marked
It says
in
my
my book.
points on it.
Okay, so remember A. You said remember which ones?
Think A on 140 and
Okay.
Remember B on 142.
Okay.
Mr. Jones, wasn't it supposed to be Think C? Because it says for Think C it was points.
Yeah, it says it was Think C.
Yeah. Think A, think C, then, and then it would make sense because then I would have assigned that. And then which one on page? Anything on page 142 or no?
Remember D?
Remember D. Okay, that would make sense because think A and B and C would have been new stuff. All right, so then we'll do that. All right, so check those. They may not have it done. David, you didn't have it done? 2 weeks and you didn't have it done. Okay. You'll have to plug your ears up for a moment or go
Mr.
out to the
Jones.
other room or something, and then I'll tell you when to come back so we can do the next part.
Mr. Jones,
All right. Yes.
I didn't do thing D. Remember D.
So remember D on page 142?
And this is what you need.
Mr. Jones.
Hold on 1 minute. Hold on.
And also, the teacher also said that the link, you have to go to the link and then it says document. Yeah, and then you have to press documents and then that goes. Then it's gonna
A lot of questions here that people are having.
okay. GB.
All right. Okay, that's right. So let's see.
A, B, C, I, N, C, E, N, T. N.
All right, I'm trying to get.
I lost you.
J.com.
All right, so. All right,
Okay.
so here we go. on page 140 then, if you have it, just go ahead and mark these as we go through. All right, number 1 on Think A on page 140. The answer, you put a comma after the word grave. Number 2, comma after the word today. Number 3, comma after the now and after David. Number 4, comma after the word well. Number 5, comma after the word son. Number 6, comma after the word me. Number 7, comma after the word thee. Number 8, comma after the word yes. Oh, sorry. On number 7, it should be also after the word Lord, not just thee, but after Lord as well. Number 8 after yes. Number 9 after Lord. And number 10 after going. All right. Then on the bottom, on number 1, so this is where all these commas. Now on the top one, each sentence was worth 1 point. On the bottom, each comma will be worth half a point. Okay. So on number 1, number 1, you should have a comma after the 4 on July 4th and after the 1776. Then also after the word long on the second line there, and then after the word independence and after the word justice. Okay, any questions on that? All right. Yeah, you have a question, Sophia? Go ahead.
What if I added an extra comma on hard?
Just go ahead and put on which one?
On hard.
Oh, you put it after hard? Yeah. Okay, you know why you're not supposed to, though? Do you understand why you're not supposed to? Okay, so when you have two, if you just had the word hard and long, hard, struggle, if you just had the word hard struggle, you wouldn't put a comma there normally, right? And so you're really doing it to separate the two adjectives from each other in front of the word struggle. So that's why you wouldn't have the one after hard, okay? So just from now on, but go ahead and mark that wrong. Just put minus half for that. You have a question, Mrs. Jones? Okay. So on number 2 then, you should have a comma after Washington and after Adams and then also after presidents. And that's because of the name Joel there. You're separating the name Joel from the rest of it. Okay? Any other questions on that? All right. And then number 3, comma after the word house and comma after avenue. All right. Number 4, comma after Lauren, comma after William, and comma after the date for the 10th, April 10. So comma after the 10. All right. And then number 5, comma after yes, comma after Ashley. Also, comma after Philadelphia and comma after Pennsylvania. Then on the second line, comma after Constitution, comma after Independence, and comma after Washington on the third line there. Okay. Any questions on any of those?
Mr. Jones.
Who is that? Daliana? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. What if on number 3, we put a comma after Washington?
Oh, there should be. I missed that one. Sorry. There should be a comma after Washington on number 3 as well. Sorry about that. I missed it. It was at the end of the line there. Elijah?
Can you repeat number 3?
Number 3 would be comma after house, comma after avenue, and comma after Washington. Okay, Sophia?
Thank you.
For number 5, I put commas after beautiful and historic.
Okay, and I understand why you would do that. The reason that it's not, there's not a comma after it, it's one of those words where if you switch them, like historic and beautiful, you wouldn't say if you visit historic, beautiful Philadelphia, it doesn't make sense going in that direction. And so if you look back on, what page was that? think it was on a, there was a situation where it talked about that. I think it was a little bit earlier that we had it, so. Yeah, on the very first page where it says, the two tests will help you decide at the bottom of page number 133, the beginning of this section, the commas. There are two tests at the bottom, and like it says a new apartment building, you wouldn't say an apartment in new building. And so if you put a comma for that one that you're just talking about, let me see if I can find it here. So if you put a comma, which number was it again?
Number 5.
Okay, so for number 5, if you put a comma after, if you said beautiful and historic Philadelphia, you know what? That would, I'll give it to you. Go ahead and just count that one as right at 2. You don't have to count that one off because I can see where it would still make sense. Historic, beautiful Philadelphia. When you switch them, it doesn't quite make sense. But if you said beautiful and historic Philadelphia, it does make sense. So I'll let that one go. All right. All right. Any other questions? See,
Nope.
4 people here, whoever they were that disappeared. All right. So let me see if I can add somebody to this call. Hi, Mrs. Carr. Yes. Yeah, I'm not sure either. Yeah, I had that same problem earlier when I was trying to do that. So it's being recorded, so I'll load it up on the YouTube channel, and he can watch it from there, and then I can get grades and things from him afterward. Just text it to me. Yeah, I'll send you what I had before. I thought I had sent it on Friday, but maybe you didn't get the text message. I'll make sure I send it to you again. Okay, I'll try to send it right now and see if it's there. All right? All right. I understand. Yeah, no problem. It's going to be confusing for a little bit until we get used to this for sure. But I'll try to send it right now, okay? All right. All right, hold on one moment. All right, so let's see. Okay, so yep, apparently I didn't. All right. Who did I send that to? I sent it to David, right? David. I just sent it this morning, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Okay. Okay. All right. So, all right. Now, go to page number 142. And we'll check the one at the bottom, and then we'll count up what we have. This should be interesting. The part of speech one. You guys excited about this one, huh? Yeah. All right, so let's see how you did. You may have done it better than you think, I think. All right, on number 1, version was an adjective. Markings was a noun. All right, and then number 2, her is an adjective and long is an adjective. Number 3, not is an adverb, about is a preposition, and habits is a noun.
Mr.
Number
Jones.
4, hold on one second. Let me just do the rest of them, and then you can come back and ask a question. Number 4 is tease is a verb, nearby is an adverb, and number 5, they is a pronoun. All right, now hold on a minute. I'm going to try to get some other people connected here. Okay. Stitch. right. So, yes, Sophia, go ahead.
For number 3 on not, I put verb.
Okay, you put not as a verb.
Yeah.
How do you not something?
You can't.
Right. Not, the words no, not, and never are always going to be adverbs. Whenever you see them, they're always going to be adverbs. So you're close. You got the verb part, but you forgot the ad part on it. So, but that's, yeah, that one should be an adverb. Go ahead, Daliana. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Sorry. Hold on. Sophia, go ahead.
How much do we mark it off?
Oh, 1 point for each of those. 1 point for each part of speech. 1 point for each part of speech. For that
So
last part that we did.
Like Persian? Well, it's 1 point.
Yeah, so 1 point for Persian, 1 point for markings, 1 point for her, 1 point for long. So each underlined word is 1 point.
Okay.
All right, Daliana, go ahead.
So on number 3, if you missed one of them, would it be half off or would it just be completely wrong?
Each underlined word is 1 point. Okay, and I see Angelica, go ahead.
What was 1 through 3?
1, Persian was an adjective. Markings is a noun. Okay. 2, her is an adjective and long is an adjective. And number 3, not is an adverb. About is a preposition. And habits is a noun. All right. So how did we do here? Good, not good?
Like
Good.
All right,
In the middle.
I'll get the grades from you, and then you can you'll have an opportunity to show me what you got. Actually, if you want to do it, write it on your whiteboard. That's fine. If you want to do that, let me put this in here.
-4? How can it go? -4 किमें जाओ हाँ थोड़ा बटन ना होमवर्क का जाओ this is 2 weeks ago जाओ हेडफोन है ना no I mean sure
All right. So, all right, Elizabeth. You want to just show me or tell me? All right, got it. Okay, and then Lena's not here, and neither is Yuri. Daliana.
-3.5.
Okay. All right, Nathan.
-1.
Okay. All right, and then Tejas is not there. Sophia.
-3.
Okay. All right, and then Angelica.
-3.5.
Okay. And Nazar.
6.
Okay. Cells not there. Schlott. Elijah. Sorry, Elijah first.
Guys, quiet. I'm going to tell Mama. You be quiet. I'm telling Mama.
Who are you telling to be quiet?
My sisters.
Gotcha. All right, where's Elijah? I don't see him anymore. Elijah, are you there?
He's not
All right,
there.
I don't see him. Yeah, no. Okay.
Oh,
Schlott, what'd you get?
-4.
Okay.
Memes.
And David.
I play Fortnite.
Oh, that's right. Nothing. I forgot. Okay. All right. So everybody go to page 142. We'll do those top ones. You can just check to see if you got them correct or not.
What page?
Shock, let's play Fortnite after.
Yeah.
Fuck, my brother's got a class after, so don't even think about fighting him.
No. No way. You mean Taste and Eric? Yeah.
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to. Okay.
Well, Eric might have class after.
Yeah.
After
Mr.
this.
I have
money.
You will, yeah. This afternoon.
Dave,
you'll have-
no one
Yeah,
asked.
one of your sisters is behind you.
Mr. Jones.
I have AirPods, so what?
Mr. Jones.
So do I.
One moment.
Stop flexing.
Sophia, one of your sisters is behind
Okay,
you.
yes. Who is calling my name? Daliana?
One of your sisters is
No,
behind
that's
you.
Sophia.
Okay, sorry,
Yeah.
Sophia. All right, Sophia, yes. What?
I can't see you.
I'm sorry. Can you see me now?
No.
It's probably better if you can't see me.
Ha ha ha
It
ha.
won't be as scary.
Har har.
All right, so we'll just go ahead and continue on. I don't know. Can you see everybody else?
Yeah.
Not sure why.
You see me now?
Yeah,
I can
Jones,
still see you.
your screen is
I
kind of like
See 5
blurry.
people. And yourself. And myself.
It could be that sometimes you might be limited by the size of your screen.
I see 3.
Sorry, Rip, you can't use your
I see
PC.
you. Can you see me now?
No.
Try turning your camera on and off, off and on again.
Where's the camera? Is it?
Oh.
Oh,
If you move your mouse around or your arrow, and then you'll see camera pop up there.
Where?
So
I think that's the camera.
no,
keep
you're
it right in the middle on the bottom.
Clock.
Why?
Ask Mr. Jones where is the camera? Mr. Jones, where is the camera?
Move your
Somewhere
finger
on your
the
phone.
screen, or move the mouse if you have a mouse pad. Just move it on the screen, and right in the middle on the bottom there should be a picture of a microphone, a picture of a camera, and then a picture to hang up.
Oh.
A red.
Oh, hang up.
Camera?
Don't hang up.
Huh?
The red phone button. Don't push it.
Yeah, don't push the red phone button. Hit the camera, and if you still don't see me, hit it again.
I still can't see you.
I don't know what the problem is. I'm right here. Everybody else can see me, so
Here, go.
sorry. For right now, just go ahead and listen. Everybody go to page 142. Let's get this done. All right, so number 1, the word is ISN apostrophe T on Think A. Number 2 is doesn't, DOESN apostrophe T. Number 3 is don't, DON apostrophe T. Number 4 is wasn't, WASN apostrophe T. Number 5 is weren't, WEREN apostrophe T. Number 6 is hasn't, HASN apostrophe T. 7 is haven't, HAVEN apostrophe T. 8 is hadn't, HADN apostrophe T. 9 is shouldn't, SHOULDN apostrophe T. And number 10 is wouldn't, WOULDN apostrophe T. Okay, any questions on any of those? Okay, all right, so on Think B, I am becomes I apostrophe M. 2, YOU apostrophe VE. 3, YOU apostrophe RE. 4, IT apostrophe S. 5, SHE apostrophe S. 6 is LET apostrophe S. 7 is WE apostrophe LL. 8 is SHE apostrophe D. 9, THEY apostrophe RE. And 10, MARY apostrophe S. Any questions on any of those? All right. All right. Now for right C. And for right C, it's here's what the first one should say. Instead of we do not, it's we don't go to school on Saturday. Number 2, I'm very happy for you, Willie. I apostrophe M. Number 3, haven't you finished your lunch? Number 4, she said that she'd do her best. And then number 5, it's time to go. All right, so trying to get this set up again, this camera, because for some reason it stopped recording.
Names.
All right.
R.I.P.
All right, so now let's go to the next lesson here, or next thing, which is starting on page 143. Now, in your book, your syllabus, remember I had some space in there for you to be able to put your language assignment. So when I give it to you, you'll need to write it down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just tell you what the assignment is, because it's only the next 2 pages. But I want to focus on the 144 Think D. So go to that. And 144 Think D. So what you've got here is you basically have that the singular possessive, plural, and plural possessive forms of each of those words. Now, if you remember, I'm going to remind you of something. Last week, when we talked about possessive, remember if it's always going to be apostrophe S after whatever it is, even if it ends in an S, when it's singular. So if we say the boss, and you're talking about his employees, it's going to be the boss's employees. So you put the extra S there. Okay? So that's always going to be the case. And then also, even if it's plural, if it doesn't have an S, like children, okay, it's still apostrophe S. If it's plural, or any singular, or any plural that doesn't end in an S, you always add just an apostrophe S. Okay, like it shows here. Now, for the as far as anything that ends in an S, that's going to be plural. For instance, if we say it's the bosses, all the bosses, like you have more than one boss, and or let's use this. We'll have all the students. All right, so we have 5 students and all their books. We're talking about all their books. Then we say the students' books. You just put an apostrophe because it ends in S and it's plural. All right, so if it ends in an S and it's plural, then it's going to be just adding an apostrophe. Now, so look in your book. All right, and in your book on Think D on page 144, so the first one there is done for you. It's Charles. Now, he's a singular person. That's a singular name. You guys know Mr. Crinky, right?
Yes, Charles.
Okay, Mr. Crinky's first name is Charles. And so if we're talking about his book, you add an apostrophe S. If you're going to talk about more than one person named Charles, then you would add an ES. There are 3 Charleses in our school, let's say. Okay, we don't have any in our school, but 3 Charleses in our school. And then we have plural possessive. If you have more than one Charles and you're talking about all of their cars, let's say, so Charles's is cars. Okay, CHARLES. ES is the plural, and then you add an apostrophe afterward. Okay, so with and, then go ahead and fill in, since it's a singular person, go ahead and fill in the singular possessive and the plural. You're talking about more than one and then the plural possessive. All right? All right. So on then number 2 for and, you should have for the first blank ANN apostrophe S. For the second blank across for the plural, it should be ANNS. There's 3 ands in our school. And then the last one, plural possessive, you have the 3 ands books. All right. And so ANNS apostrophe. All right. Did anybody miss any of those?
I did.
Okay. Which one did you miss, Daliana?
Plural and plural possessive.
Okay, so plural means there's just more than one. And so if you have one book, you would add an S to say there's more than one book, 3 books or whatever, okay? So it's the same idea. When it's a singular, you're just going to add an S on it usually, okay? Sometimes the plural, though, can, for instance, if you have, well, let's go down to number 6, okay? Number 6, you have one woman. Everybody, right? One woman. If it's her thing, whatever she owns, a purse, let's say, it's a woman's purse. So WOMAN apostrophe S. You can go ahead and write that in. That would be one woman's purse. But what's the plural, Daliana, for women? I mean, for woman. I just gave it to you, didn't I?
Women.
How do you spell it?
WOMEN.
Right, WOMEN. And so WOMEN, women, means more than one woman. That's the plural. That's what you're supposed to put. So that's the plural for woman. What about for boy on number 5 above that? What would the plural for one boy be?
Boys.
Yeah, so it's BOYS. So that's what you're putting in that blank. Now, once you have the plural, then you've got to do the plural possessive using the rules that I mentioned before. So if women, since it doesn't end in an S, what do you add at the end of that to make it possessive?
Apostrophe S.
Very good, because even though it's plural, it doesn't end in an S, so you put an apostrophe S. Okay. Then for boys, what would you put for that one as far as possessive?
Apostrophe S again.
Not on that one, because there's more than one boy, because it's boys. All the boys, let's say all the boys in our class, they're, let's say, talking about their game that they're playing. So the boys' game, it would be BOYS, just apostrophe, because it ends in an S. Okay, so if it ends in an S and it's a plural, then you're only going to put an apostrophe and it ends in an S. So when you go through these, make sure your plurals are correct. Because see, what about number 3? Let's go to Elijah. Number 3, if you have mouse, and what's the singular possessive for mouse?
Mice.
No, that's the plural. What is the singular possessive? So if you're talking about the mouse's house, okay, maybe it's under your bed. I don't know, but so what would it be? The mouse is what? How would that look?
Mouse. No.
To make it possessive, to show that it's the mouse. What's that?
Mouses.
Yeah. So how would that be spelled?
MOUSES apostrophe S.
Apostrophe, not ES, because it would be mouse is. So this is singular, the mouse, and then possessive would be the mouse is. Okay. So anytime it's a singular, to make it possessive, all you do is add an apostrophe S every single time. So for all of those on the singular possessive, all you have to do is add an apostrophe S for each one. Okay? Does that make sense to everybody? All right, Daliana?
So for boys, for the plural possessive, you put the apostrophe after the S?
If there's an S for a plural word. So if the plural word becomes an S, I'll just make one up. Let's talk about okay, how about gift? All right, gift is a singular. All right, if we're talking about the gifts wrapping, it would be apostrophe S. That would be the gifts, that wrapping that belongs to the gift. So that's possessive for singular gift. But if you had more than one gift, what would you put?
Apostrophe
If you had 2
S.
of them, what would you call it? 2 what? What would you call it? 2 what?
Gifts.
Yeah, so you just add an S. So that's your plural now. Okay, that means there's more than one. There's 2 gifts or 3 gifts or 7 gifts. It doesn't matter. They're all plural. So if we're talking about the gifts, all those gifts, bows, the bows that are on them, and it ends in an S because it's plural, then all we do is put an apostrophe afterward. Because the plural ends in an S, then you just put an apostrophe afterward.
Just your own.
If the singular, though, if it's just a singular, like, well, let's see what they have here.
Mr. Rose,
Well, yeah,
I can't see anyone anymore. It's just a white screen.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm not sure
Memes
why.
took over your world.
I see.
Try turning off your camera and turning it on again and see if that works.
It doesn't show my camera or anything.
So, it sounds like did your possibly your screen time out?
It just says 9 of 16 in the call.
Oh, It said end call?
No, it says 9 of 16 in the call.
Oh, I don't know what to tell you. Try moving your mouse around. Does anything show up when you move your mouse around?
No,
Or you
I'm
touch your
on
mouse
there.
pad?
Oh, it just took me back to the main page.
Oh, okay. See if you can see somewhere where it's located and get on it again. I'm not sure what to tell you otherwise. Except that it's being recorded. If you need to watch what we were talking about, then you can watch it later. So try your best. I'm not sure what to tell you, though. All right. So anyway, so does that make sense, Daliana, then?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Any other questions on that? All right. Now, these are not for points. So you're going to have page 143 and 144 as your assignment. So write that in your syllabus, 143 and 144. And now who started this call? I think it was it you, Daliana, that started it? I think you were the first one to call it. Somebody called it right away, and it came up with that same name. And I'm going to try to get everybody else to join in on that same call to see if they can get them to call me. I'm not sure exactly how it works. Ah, look at that.
Well,
Hi. Yes, go ahead.
What I did was I did press that link that you sent via text last week.
Okay.
And then I also pressed the little, like, it was just interesting, where towards the upper right where
Okay.
all of the camera pictures were like little. I just pressed that, not where it said start call, but right underneath that. So it's interesting.
Okay. I'll have to look at that then next time and see if that works. I'm not sure. This is my first time really using Skype. Mr. Haynes uses it all the time, but he does it differently. When I showed him what I was doing, he's like, I don't do it that way, so I don't know. Because usually he says he just goes from his contacts. And I didn't have anybody in my contacts to be able to do it. So
Well, I
we
saw
got a good
everybody
number of you.
join-
Got 10 or 11, so that's good.
Yeah, I saw everybody join the conversation, but nobody, there was no video. So anyways, that's what I pressed. I don't know.
I wonder if it, so you guys you can't see anybody else's faces?
I can.
I can see
Okay.
everyone's faces.
Yeah, at one time, I can see everybody's. I have no problem. I think it was because I was the one that initiated the original call. So maybe that's why I can see everybody. But some of you can't see me. I'm not sure why. Maybe the Lord is blessing you and not being able to have to see me. I don't know. But this is being recorded, and I'm going to upload that as soon as I can to get it to YouTube channel if you want to see it again. But that's it for today. You guys have your other assignments to do. I'll give you that time to do that. Enjoy your lunch. Thanks for joining me, and hopefully we get to see you again tomorrow. All right? Take care of yourself.
Mr.
Yeah.
Jones, so our
Okay, hold on.
assignments are just math and language.
One at a time. Everything that's your assignment is in your book. So your syllabus has your assignments, right? So even what we're doing here, of course, I told you to write in your syllabus what it was for language, which was 143, 144. And so otherwise, if you need to know, what I can have you do is you can call me later if you need to call me, just not during 1 o'clock to 2:30 while I'm doing the fifth and sixth, or the sixth graders. All right. Elijah, what's your question?
Did you say you uploaded a video?
I uploaded several videos already. You haven't watched one yet, have you?
No, I have watched 2, but
You had. Okay. So yeah, there are other ones that went online today. So there were 3 videos that went for today.
it's not up there. It's not up
It's
there.
not?
Yeah,
All right,
I
let me-
didn't see it either.
Okay, let me double check to make sure. Because I did have it so that it would start today. And let me double check on my phone to see if I can find it. If not, I'll double check to make sure and get back to it to make sure it goes on there. Because it should have gone on there. I had it signed to go on at 6 o'clock. Did anybody watch it yet or no?
No,
Did
I
David?
didn't see it.
Okay. David, did you see it or no?
What?
My videos?
I only saw 2 of them.
Yeah,
Same.
Same.
I saw 2.
Just the first 2.
Yeah.
I just saw the first 2 too.
2-2. Sorry, that's what you were. A 2-2.
All right.
Thanks a lot,
Yeah.
David. That's what you are, David.
Let me yeah.
I am not an
I'll have to
object.
figure out why
I'm a
it.
human being.
I'll have to figure out why it didn't go up. I don't know why it
Thank
didn't
you,
go up. It
it.
should have, but I'll make sure it does go up. I'll get to it right away. All right, guys.
David's a thing.
Yeah. Bye.
All right, I'm gonna hang up now. So we'll talk to you later. All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good day.
Bye. Hey, Schmuck.
Yeah.